Good day, creepies, and welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, I am ReAnimateHer, your queen of scream. Today, we are going to discuss underrated final girls. We all know the legendary final girls, Laurie Strode, Sidney Prescott, Nancy Thompson. But today, we're shining a light on the ones that don't get nearly enough love. These are survivors who fought tooth and nail but never got the franchise hype or mainstream recognition. Today, we're giving them their flowers, so grab your popcorn, turn down those lights, and let's dive into horror's most underrated final girls. Before we get into our list, let's talk about what makes a final girl underrated. We know the classic traits: resilience, resourcefulness, usually the last one standing. But why do some get more love than others? Sometimes it's because they're from smaller franchises, overlooked cult films, or they're being overshadowed by the villains. And let's be honest, horror icons like Pinhead, Jason Voorhees, and Victor Crowley tend to steal the spotlight, those spotlight hogs. But these final girls, they deserve just as much respect. So let's get into it. First up, we have Kirsty Cotton from Hellraiser. Now, this girl went up against the Cenobites, literally demons from another dimension. She won. Unlike a lot of other final girls, Kirsty is not just trying to survive. She's outsmarting supernatural forces. She figures out the puzzle box. She manipulates Pinhead and ultimately sends the Cenobites back to hell. But because Pinhead became such a horror icon, Kirsty really rarely gets the credit she deserves, and she deserves so much. Most final girls run from the killer. Kirsty, she negotiates with demons. I mean, that is some next level survival. I mean, if you ask me, right? Now, if Home Alone was rated R, you'd get Erin from You're Next. Unlike your typical final girl, Erin doesn't just react, she dominates. She was raised on a survivalist compound, so when her boyfriend's rich family gets attacked by mass killers, she flips the script. Instead of panicking, she turns the entire house into a death trap for her attackers. She sets traps, fights them heads on, and takes them out one by one. I mean, that blender kill alone is legendary. Erin is proof that a final girl doesn't have to be helpless. Sometimes she's the most dangerous person in the room. By the way, ghouls, our membership promo. If you want more horror content, consider joining my channel memberships. You'll get early access to videos, exclusive horror deep dives, and even a serial killer discussion podcast. Click on the join below to become part of the Haunted Circle and support the channel. All right, enough of that. Let's start with our next final girl is Marybeth from Hatchet. She's another one who deserves more respect. She goes from being a terrified survivor in the first film to a full-blown revenge machine in the sequels. Victor Crowley is one of the most goriest, most over-the-top slashers out there, but Marybeth doesn't back down. In Hatchet 3, she just is done with the bullshit nonsense. She's covered in blood, she's pissed, and she's here to put things to an end. The Hatchet films might be a cult classic, but Marybeth is a final girl royalty. If you have yet to see it, I did create a video on underrated villains, horror villains, and I do speak about Victor Crowley in that one. So if you want to check it out, it's up there. And if you want to add to the underrated villains, because I'm going to make another video about underrated slasher villains and more. So if you want, make sure to add a comment to that. Now, lastly, but not least, Gelbman from Happy Death Day. Now, this final girl is different because she dies, and she dies a lot. But instead of staying scared, she gets smart. Every time she dies, she learns something new about her killer. She starts off as a selfish, mean girl, and you want her to die, trust me. But by the end, she's not just surviving, she is thriving. She's using her deaths as strategy, setting traps, and even sacrificing herself when needed. The time loop twists make her one of the most unique final girls in horror. If you haven't seen Happy Death Day, trust me, it is a fun ride. Check it out for yourselves, and if you do, let me know in the comments.
I know you're not asleep. Open your eyes.
Safety's on, little girl. What do we have here? No. Real nice surprise. You coming to visit me like this? Whew. I like you. Damn shame. You're a feisty little shit, ain't you? That's right, crawl, little girl, crawl. Don't worry. I'll just make this one real quick for you, okay?
Hey! Safety's off. Thanks for the tip.
All right. These final girls might not have blockbuster franchises, but they bring something fresh to the horror genre. Some are strategic, some are brutal, and some fight against forces way beyond just a masked killer. They prove that final girls can be way more than just scream queens. They can be badass survivors, clever fighters, and even horror's secret weapons. Now it's your turn, creepies. Who do you think is the most underrated final girl? Let's chat in the comments. And if you love horror deep dives like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and stay spooky. Until next time, my ghouls, keep screaming.